Namaskar friend, I welcome all of you on your own YouTube channel Astro Journey A Divine Voice. In continuation to our free Bhrigu Nandi Nadi course, today we are going to discuss about the planetary exchange or Parivartana Yoga in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi. As you all are aware, when the planets are involved in a planetary exchange, there are different results and unexpected good or bad results in the native's life. Depends upon how that planetary exchange is happening. And after the planetary exchange, the planets are conjunct with enemy planets or friends. Before we will start our discussion, I request all my viewers to please like, share, and subscribe this channel. In planetary exchange, it is like when Jupiter is placed in Leo, for example, and is placed in Pisces. Now, so sun is in Pisces, where the lordship of the sign is with the Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Leo, where the lordship of the sign is with the sun. So it is the planetary exchange. They had mutually exchanged their houses. But here, Sun and Jupiter are already friends. But we have to keep in mind, if after the exchange, the planets are making a conjunction with friends, then it will yield beneficial results. If the planets are involving with their enemy planets, then planets will yield bad results. Okay, but as the even if the enemy planets are in exchange, they don't harm each other houses, because one planet is in other's house and the other planets is in the same planet's house, so they don't cause any bad effects to each other. But after the exchange, if they are making a contact with the enemy planet, the native is supposed to yield bad results. And if the combination is with good friends, good planets or friendly planets, the native is going to yield good results. So let us discuss with an example how this exchange is affecting a person's life. For example, if you see in this birth chart, Sun is in Pisces and Jupiter is in Leo. Both the planets are in planetary exchange. So when the planets are in planetary exchange, we must consider Sun in the 5th house also and Jupiter in the 12th house also. So now what is happening? So Jupiter, the Jiva Karka, is with Ketu, and Sun is with Venus and Moon. Both are female planets, feminine planets. And from Sun, 12th house is occupied by Ra. We are well aware that in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi, there is no 7th aspect of Rahu and Ketu. If they are in trine in 12th or 2nd house, they can, or 3 means, what it means, if a Rahu is placed in 12th and 2nd house or in 1-5 then only it can affect the planet. If it is a 3-7-11, it will not likely to affect the planet, because their aspect is not considered in Bhrigu Nandi Nadi. So although there is a difference of opinion with the in between the astrological scholars. So in the first half of life, native is into spiritual studies, spiritual practices. into sadhanas, into yoga, into saintly things, religious things. And you see, Ketu is your flag, and Sun is fame and popularity. So, due to the spiritual acts and saintly practices in his first half of life, the native is very much popular in the society. Ketu is law, Jupiter is religion. So the native is attached with religious institutions and occupying a highly respected post in those institutions. As Sun and Jupiter and Ketu is a Dhwajakirti yoga also. Okay. But in the second half of life, when Jupiter goes in 12th house in Pisces. So as you see, Sun is also significator of a politician. So a politician introduced that saintly person with two females. And you see here, the Venus is exalted in this chart. So now that spiritual person loses his control and is running behind the females, beautiful females. As Venus is in exaltation, so both the females are beautiful and rich and comes from a high class of society. Okay. Now you see, as a spiritual person suddenly transformed into a lustful person, or a person who want to enjoy materialistic world, want to get involved into the materialistic world, is like deceiving his despiles. See, Rahu, here Rahu is cheating. So how the Rahu is impacting Jupiter, that when Jupiter is involved with females, Jiva is involved with females, he cheated upon his despiles, and now into the materialistic, behind the materialistic things, behind the lust, and forgot his real aim in life. This is how Parivartana Yoga is affecting the person's life. Now you see, when Jupiter is in this Pisces, when this Parivartana take place, now Jupiter is conjunct with enemy planet Rahu. So the results are totally different. And one thing I want to tell you, this Parivartan Yoga is one of the most strongest yoga in your birth chart, and it will definitely give you fruits, whether they are good or bad. In another example, we will also see how this yoga is working. Now here, Sun is positioned in Libra sign and Venus is positioned in Leo. Venus is conjunct with Moon and Rahu. Rahu is cheating. Moon is a bad name. If you do something in such thing in society, which brings you bad name. And Moon is also the significator of adultery. Now you see, in the first part of life, this birth chart is of a female native. In the first first part of life, this female native is involved in adultery and establish physical relations with multiple males, with lot of people. And she acquired a wrong way of living in life. That is according to your society. Because The outcome of astrological reading depends upon the time and society and place where you are living. But when in the second stage, the Venus comes in this Libra sign, what happened? The Venus is under the influence of Jupiter, is aspected by Jupiter, and in trine to Ketu. Ketu is Karka of detachment, of sannyas. So she finds a spiritual teacher, and that teacher uh, tell us that she has to leave her wrong way of living and look towards the spiritual way of living in her life. Sorry. So she left her previous life and totally transformed into a spiritual person. And now she started living a spiritual life with the guidance of a teacher. As Jupiter is the significator of a guide, Venus is significator of female in female's birth chart. So when the female comes under the influence of a spiritual teacher, it completely transforms her life and change her into a lustful person to a spiritual person. This is how the Parivartan Yoga or planetary exchange is playing role in individual's life or individual's chart. Okay. So today, I think I had explained how the Parivartan Yoga or planetary exchange plays a role in somebody's life. Here I am putting to an end to this discussion, and soon I will be in front of you with a new lesson in this free Bhrigu Nandi Nadi course. If you like our efforts, please like, share, and subscribe this channel. Namaskar.